Make sure you stick around until the end to see how you can win free gear and products. Hey, this is PJ with CLK Supplies, and you've been asking for it, and it is finally here. When it comes to manual key cutting machine duplicators, the Silka Flash 008 is one of the most respected compact duplicators on the market today, and for good reason. It has the 4-way jaws to accommodate a wide variety of different styles of edge style keys. It has a nice width between the two jaws to make sure you can duplicate any sort of remote head key thrown your way. It also has this turning wheel right here, which moves the carriage back and forth, which makes it really easy to cut. It almost turns it into a semi-automatic duplicator. It has the deburring brush to quickly and easily deburr those keys, as well as a tracer that is really simple to adjust. But there is one problem that you've been asking about that Silka has finally delivered. You see, this basic Flash is a 110 volt key machine that you have to have a plug-in for, right? So when you go somewhere with it, well, you need power wherever you take it. Now, using a jump box could be a great temporary solution, but wouldn't it be nice if the Flash just had a built-in battery to make your life even easier? Well, guess what? I have something to show you. Let me introduce you to the brand new Silka Flash 008 Mobile. This battery on this key machine is gonna allow you to cut around 300 keys on a full charge using a 24 volt lithium battery. Let me show you how it works. You know, one of the first questions I had when I pulled this out of the box, which, by the way, when you buy one of these, don't do what I did, pull it out of the box, plug it in, try to see how it works really quick, and wonder why the battery doesn't work. Well, that's because you have to take off this bottom plate here and you actually have to connect the battery to the machine, okay? So that's a free tidbit there for you. Now, the biggest question I had when I took it out of the box was, can you still use the machine while you're charging the battery? Is it gonna work right? And then how do you charge the battery? And the great part is it comes with this nice adapter that you just plug right into a wall at 120 volt plug-in, just your standard plug-in. And you're just gonna plug this other end in here right into the key machine right here. Now, when you do that, you can start charging the battery. And it has this nice, great little screen here that's gonna let you know how charged the battery actually is. Now, this is good because if you're getting ready to go do a job and you see the battery is almost dead, well, you're not gonna wanna go unless you either bring the charger or charge the key machine before you go. So I love that feature. Great job on Silka for putting that on there. I mean, that's one of those peace of mind things, right? The only thing worse than not having a key machine is having a dead one, in my opinion. Now let me show you how it works. It's actually really simple. On the side of the machine, you're gonna see this power button. We're gonna pop up this little cover, and we're gonna push it, and you're gonna see this power button light on. Once you do that, all you have to do is, just like on your standard Flash machine, is just turn it on, just like that, with that one switch. So that's all you have to do. And as you can see right now, it's just running on battery, and you can plug it in, turn it on, and run the machine while it's being charged. So that's just a great little double feature there. So the best part is that you're gonna get everything that you've come to expect out of the Flash 008, which, by the way, if you're not familiar with it, go to the links below and I'll have a link to a video where you can watch me cut some keys on it. But you know what? All of these features are absolutely great, and it looks like everything that we'd come to expect out of a Silka Flash machine with a battery on it is here. However, there is one more question that we need to answer together, okay? And that is, does it have the proper cutting power to when we need to duplicate keys? It has the power that we've come to expect out of the standard 110 volt key machine. So let me go ahead, let's get the camera put on here, and let's cut a key together and see what we think. All right, so we have the camera turned around and we're ready to get cutting. Now, as you can see, I have the Flash Mobile plugged in right now to be charged. However, we're gonna pull the plug on this, right? And then second of all, I tried to make sure that the battery is not fully charged. Let's just look at it. Let me turn it on here for a second and let's look. Okay, as you can see, it's about 3/4 of the way charged. So it was actually half just a few moments ago here, because you know what's also important is how does it cut when it's not fully charged? All right, so we're about 3/4 full right now, but like I said, it was just half. And so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna cut a standard SC1 key here. All right, now I do have a blank. And then I also have a cylinder, right? Because we have to be checking and making sure the key works, right? That's why we're cutting the key. So let's go ahead and let's get the SC1 put on this side. We'll bring our shoulder gauge down just like that. All right, we'll get this SC1 blank, put it in over here. All right, let's go ahead and get this key cut. So we'll go ahead and turn it on. Sounds good. And let's go ahead and get this key cut. Now I'm gonna go ahead here and I'm gonna get this lined up, and I'm actually gonna be using the dial here that makes it really nice. So it's really feeling good. As you can hear on those deeper cuts, it's not even bogging down at all, which is a really great thing to have. Let's see, all right, we'll bring it right there. Let's bring it back on each one of these here. All right, well, it had no problem at all whatsoever cutting that. So I was really impressed. You know, the motor, as you could hear, handled that without a problem. Now let's go ahead and turn it back on and deburr the key here. All right, now that we have that covered, the last thing we need to do is check to see if it works. So here we go. All right, so it works good. So that's great. That's right out of the box, no calibration. So I'm very happy to say that this works really well. The battery is exactly what you would expect or what you would need to be cutting keys on this machine. All right, so there you have it. The Flash does have the power that you need to make sure you're cutting keys without any slowdown. Perfect for a lock boss on the go. So whether or not you're cutting keys on a bench setting like this where you have it plugged into the wall, or you're out in the field getting it done, the Flash Mobile is gonna have you covered. Thank you for watching, and I'd love to know your comments in the notes below. We'll see you next time. Oh my gosh, I just realized you could have just used it as a blooper on me. Hey, this is PJ with CLK Supplies. And when it comes to key machines, no. Well, guess what? Well, guess what? Let me move this. Well, guess what? Nope, I'm just gonna move that again. This compact Flash 008 by Silca is one of the most When it comes to manual key duplicators, the Flash, when it comes to manual, oh my gosh, I'm losing it. Okay, come on. When it comes to manual key cutting machine duplicators, this Silca Flash deburring brush to quickly and easily deburr those keys, as well as a real quick and easy, as well as a tracer that is very simple to calibrate. As well as a tracer that is very simple, as well as a I'm guessing if you just watched this video that you work with locks and keys. And to us here at CLK Supplies, that makes you a lock boss. And we want to hook you up. Here's how it works. throughout the week, we post videos on YouTube, like the one you just watched. And all you need to do is comment on the videos and include the hashtag LockBoss. When you do this, you're automatically entered in to win one of 5 free prizes that we give out each and every week. No purchase necessary. So if you're a lock boss, join us each week to learn, grow, and win.